It's all system go. As you will appreciate that the State of the Nation is when the President addresses South Africans. And this year in particular, you will appreciate that is the State of the Nation that falls into the last year of this fifth administration. So there's quite a lot of anticipation of what the President will be doing in as far as, giving an account of what we have done. But also I think the most exciting thing for us is that it's the second State of the Nation by the President wherein he made specific commitments of what he was going to do in the last 12 months. And I think South Africans will be expecting to hear from the President what exactly has been delivered in the commitments that he made in the last State of the Nation.
We are celebrating 25 years of democracy this year. What would you say are government's biggest achievements?
Oh, there are quite a lot of achievements. I think one should even start by saying that we are very much aware that we were dealing with the legacy that dates 300 years back. However, when we look at the 25 years, I think there's also a lot to celebrate. I think the issue of electricity in the previously disadvantaged communities, the issue of upgrading some of our townships, I think it is the education system, the healthy lifestyle. I think you will appreciate that even the lifespan of South Africans has also improved. So there's quite a lot of interventions that have been put by this administration and by this government in the last 25 years. The number of houses for the communities, particularly the low-income earners. There's quite a lot of houses that have been put in place, but we are also very conscious of the fact that there's still a long way to go. So this 25 years is going to afford us an opportunity to reflect what is it that we have done, but what is it that we will need to do going forward.
How can ordinary South Africans take part in making South Africa better for all?
I think, this country would be a better place if all of us lend a hand. One would even imagine that the fact that I'm a South African, it should bother me. What is it that I need to do to build the future South Africa? It even starts at home. What is it that I'm doing to build the sense of responsibility of a South African in the kids that I have? How do I build the patriotism in these kids that I'm bringing up? So I think there's a lot that we can do, and there's a lot of responsibility that we need to take into account. I think we come from a history where there's a lot of protest and resistance that we were involved in to bring about this freedom, but also there is a lot of responsibility on ourselves to undo that kind of protest and say, we're moving forward. How do I then turn that resistance and that protest that I used to have in the 80s into a protest of saying, I want to work with this government. I fought to put it in place, and I need to make sure that I assist in building that kind of a future that we were all fighting for in the struggle days.
Can you please tell us what can we expect in terms of what type of issues maybe will be dealt with during the summer?
Well, I think it's my personal view. There's no way I would know what the president is going to do. But I think what we should be taking into account is that our country is facing a lot of challenges in as far as creating jobs. And one would expect to hear from the president, what is it that we are doing to create jobs for South Africans, particularly the young people. One would want to hear what the president will be saying about growing our economy. Our country is yearning to hear that kind of information. So I think for me, if the president would be unpacking what is it that, and I'm aware that there's a lot of work that he has done, but I think it would be nice to hear what the president's journey has been in the last 12 months and also what he will be doing going forward.